watch goes beep. David, a brisk 15-minute power walk right now and you will close your ring. I had no idea my ring was open. But I live in St Kilda, guys. A brisk 15-minute power walk, 11:30 at night, and my ring's going to get a lot more open, I believe.
I'm obsessed. I'm thinking yes. And I'll never let you go 'cause you're the best. I'm obsessed. Forget the rest. I like you more and more and more the more I get.
Okay, welcome back to my podcast Too Far, where I talk about comedians that push the envelope or politics that goes too far. Basically, we let out any material we haven't been able to and have a good laugh. It's a safe space, so if you want to sue me, fuck off. And today's guest is, well, he doesn't really need an introduction, does he? You've seen him everywhere. He's an Australian icon. He's been a mentor and agony aunt to me for many, many years. He stole Judith Lucy's hairstyle, and we're lucky enough to have him here today. It is Dave Hughes. Welcome.
Thank you, Nikki. Yes, no, I've no longer got Judith Lucy's hairstyle, I believe. So
I love your hair like that. I'm finding that the more mature and distinguished you look, the hotter you look. Like you're doing the silver fox thing. You're getting better and better with age.
Look, I do appreciate that, and it does seem to be I'm not going to say it's a popular opinion, but I'm just saying I've heard it. I've heard it, and I'm happy with it, and I'll own that.
And what does Holly think? Holly's Dave's wife. What does she think?
We've been together 20 years, so she
doesn't care anymore.
She says you've always been hot, and I said thank you, honey. She says I wouldn't be with you if you weren't. So, and I appreciate that as well.
Oh, bless her. How's it going? So you're still you're doing stand up all the time. That's your thing. Like you're addicted to stand up. You can't get enough of it. It's in your blood. I think you've got too much iron. That's why you have to do stand up all the time, because you've got too much iron in your blood.
I've got hemochromatosis. So I've got hemochromatosis, and it's something I don't check very often, which is blood. It's some sort of genetic thing that you're not very good at getting rid of iron out of your blood. So it's good for me because I'm a vegan. So
you've got endless energy.
Well, I do have a lot of energy. I'm tired most of the time as well, so I'm not sure.
You do a fair bit. But that's what I was going to say. Have you recorded your new special yet, or are you about to do it?
No, I have. I recorded it last Saturday, actually. So, yeah, that's going to be on Amazon in, I think, October. They're launching that. So
you've been doing stand-up for a long, long, long time. And how have you found the changing landscape? Do you still feel like you can push the boundaries and say really, really naughty, inappropriate stuff when you're on stage? Or because you've been with the network for so long, do you find that you keep it within guidelines now?
No, I don't think I've really worried about, the changing sensibilities that much, to be honest. So not really a lot has changed in my act from what I used to do. So, yeah, I just go for it.
Do you ever touch politics in your stand-up? I haven't seen you touch politics.
Oh, look, the lockdown made me touch politics, absolutely. So over the last 2 years, especially being based in Melbourne in that time, between and 2021, I was certainly really annoyed at a lot of the government decisions. So yeah, I would touch that a lot on like online, on Twitter and stuff. I was very vocal on Twitter for quite a while, so I've copped a lot of flack on Twitter. So to this day, whenever I'm on TV, the Twitter just blows up and I tread number one with people slagging me off, basically. So it's really all stemmed from being annoyed at the Victorian government, which is it's quite tedious, really. But
get in line. My God, didn't 500,000 people leave Victoria during lockdown? I think it was something like 500,000 have left.
Yeah, it was the longest lockdown in the world, I think. So, I mean, people were annoyed. I mean, fair enough. And And now everyone's just getting on with life and not worrying about record infections and people dying, and the government's forgotten about that now, forgotten about what they were about apparently, and the whole thing is absolutely ridiculous and was the whole way through basically.
Well, then you've still got your Dan Andrews fan club. Like, there are women that think he's hot, and here I am straight into politics, but we joke. Actually, it was my son, my 10-year-old son, said the Victorians have Dan syndrome, which.
Well, I think it's anyone who ends up on TV a lot can end up being popular. I don't know, but whatever. I'm just happy for the government to be in the background, is where we want them to be. We don't want them front and centre, like making ridiculous rules 24/7, which are so.
You can't have their Twitter trending more than yours.
I don't look. I've actually stopped even looking at Twitter because I can't be bothered with it. So, and again, I don't even want to talk politics really ever. But it's that we were sort of made to during that time because they were making decisions which were affecting everyday life, to a crazy degree. So, we're very happy to never talk politics as long as they stay out of our lives as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm so glad I went on the jungle and suffered so I could sell my national tour that was shut down on March 13th.
Look, I mean, it happened worldwide, so it wasn't just in Australia, but I mean, the whole world's basically got over it now and moved on to the next thing, it would seem. So as a world, we seem to be have short attention spans, and all of a sudden what was important yesterday is not important today. So it's important to keep a perspective as that everything will pass, and don't get too caught up in any of the BS that is going on at the current moment.
See, that's what I've found you're really good at, because I call you a lot, usually whinging, venting, lost and confused and wondering, should I text you like 2 weeks ago going, well, have you ever wanted to just quit, just retire? And you're like, why are you retiring, Nikki? Because I'm such a pain in the ass, sorry. But
yeah, but I mean, again, comedy is such a needed thing in everyone's life. So just keep laughing at the silliness. And you know what? When things don't work out, it's funnier to other people than when it does work out. So you'll get more comedy out of failure than you will out of success. So as long as you can...
It's true. It's true. Because when I was on the up and everything was going great and everything was lining up perfectly, I didn't write a thing because I had nothing to write. So now that I've had a bit of a turn, well, no, mind you, a lot of people would say you're doing the best you've ever done, but I don't feel that way. But anyway, all of a sudden all the comedy's starting to come out. There's nothing like being on OnlyFans and then auditioning for award-winning directors whilst dealing with your autistic son at school to make you have a good laugh at the end of the day. The tabs I've got open. Fuck. Oh, you know what I did the other day? The director of the miniseries that I auditioned for, I screenshot our conversation, like mine and his conversation, to send to my manager.
Yes.
I sent it to him with a comment.
You send it to the director and you're meant to send it to your manager.
I screenshot the director's conversation with me and sent it to the director.
Right, that is dangerous. You've got to be very careful about who you're sending messages to.
Too many tabs open. This is the thing. I've got too many tabs. I'm trying to repivot my career. I'm trying to work out where I belong. I'm starting to wonder if being controversial is a very good idea anymore because it's not very brand friendly in this landscape. This is what I'm going through. Like controversial comedians, do you think that's a dumb idea? Do you think I'm making dumb decisions by pushing the envelope because I'm scary to sponsors?
Oh, look, you might lose a few sponsors along the journey if you say something that makes you trending. I haven't had a lot of ad offers in the last few months, but I don't know. But you know what? You want to express your truth as much as possible. That's the main thing you want to do. I mean, obviously you want to make a living at the same time, so hopefully you can do both. But I just wouldn't worry about any of it.
Well, you don't have to worry with your 6 houses and your iconic status, but I do have to worry, especially, I'm in my 40s and I'm a mum, which automatically makes people think, oh, she's desperate if she's still trying now. And then, I'm pushing it, and then I thought Bush Barbie would be the perfect candidate for Bonza Airlines. They're setting up a new airline
Bonza
on
Airlines.
the Sunshine Coast. Bonza Airlines, and they wanted ambassadors. And I'm like, hello, Bush Barbie. No, they don't want to touch me.
Well, I didn't even know Bonza Airlines existed, so you're promoting them for free here.
Fuck them. That's all I can say. Yeah, but that just, I don't know. I go through patches where I'm super brand friendly. In fact, I was being really subversive during the whole lockdown, and that was when things were getting cut through and trending and all that. I'm like, oh, this is what people want. People want honesty. They want pure honesty. But now I don't think they do. I'm not sure they do.
Well, but what do you want? What makes you laugh? I think that's the main thing to worry about. I think we should overthink what other people want or what they're thinking, because we've got to remember that other people aren't thinking about us at all. They're just not. They're thinking about themselves. So no one looks at you and thinks you're a mum in your 40s. They don't think at all. So the people don't give a shit. So just make yourself laugh and see what happens. I think that's all you can do.
And then just watch the money roll in.
You're going okay. It's not as if you
just crack with. I am doing all right. I know. I'm complaining, aren't I? And, yeah. So actually, someone commented on one of my posts the other day. It was one of my kind of edgy things about lockdown, and this chick who clearly had been harbouring resentment towards me for some time finally goes, well, anyone who, deserted Victorians during lockdown, I hope they do die or something or other. So then she was trying to make a joke. So then I get their spot on the train. So there's extra seats.
You're right.
And I'm like, you can have your seats, darling. We drive Jags.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm doing all right. I know. I'm creating content here, Hughesy. I'm trying to make people I'm trying to make people feel sorry for me before I go and tart up my second house for renting. Because you gotta find something, don't you? Because what else can I talk about? What else can we talk about?
Well, we can talk about the fact that this is reverbing and I'm hearing myself back every time I speak. So I'm really, it's like,
Oh, really? Is it?
I've got a 2-second reverb on when I'm speaking. So it's very hard for me to hear at all.
It's probably a benefit you hear half of what I say.
But I hear myself twice, which is the problem.
Now you know how we feel. We see on 10 and then we see on 10 play. Then we hear on the radio, we hear 3 times. Dave, the producer, is going to see if he can reset it up so it's not reverbing. Oh, my tinnitus is so bad today. Fuck, I'm old. My tooth is going. My tinnitus is going. Ah! So, okay, I just got a text from Jeremy just while you were trying to sort out your tech issues. He says, one idea you could do on OnlyFans is the wish upon a star idea. So ask your followers to pick something they want you to wear from Wish and then order it and post a picture. Could be funny.
Yeah, right. So maybe they want...
Have you seen Wish?
Well, I don't spend much time on shopping websites, and I'm not an online shopper. So probably my wife has seen things suggested on Wish, but I did not know Wish existed, and I do not click online, and so nothing gets suggested to me because they know I'm not going to buy anything, I suppose. But
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I brought that up then.
well, I mean,
Right.
I think if you want to be on OnlyFans and people want you to wear a Batwoman costume, I'm certainly not against that, and you can wear that. And if they want to pay money,
I could be, yeah, the Gimp from Gimpy.
from Gimpy.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, Gimpy the
You
town.
don't know.
I was thinking Gimpy.
The town.
Is there a movie called Gimpy? No, there's.
No. Could be. I am at the stage of pivot in my career, so that could be what I write next.
So, how did your audition go for the big mini series? Was it good?
It was. I thought I was awesome, But then again, I think a lot of what I do is awesome, and then don't know. But no, it was good, and I've worked with the director before when I played Delvine Delaney, so he likes me.
Yeah, so,
I guess.
So
no, it was good.
So do you have to wait, or when will you know whether you got the part or not?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm even allowed to talk about the miniseries, so we should probably re-divert.
Isn't this talk about anything podcast?
Well, that's what I thought, because like no one's checking. Hang on, I'm just seeing if it's a private and confidential email. Oh, my phone's forgot my face again. You know, that happens. Like, I'll get up in the morning and sometimes it doesn't recognise me. It just, without the hair and makeup, it just goes, who's this?
Yeah, exactly.
I know I've had a bad night's sleep when my phone does not recognise me. In fact, there was the woman who ran the coffee shop across from my kids' school back in Melbourne. She was always so lovely to me and she knew everything about me. And they had my show posters up, you know, for when I was doing Bad Barbie. And then one day I was having an absolute shock of a day and I felt sick as a dog. But I went in there and started talking to her about the show and the posters. And she's like, oh, do you know Nikki?
Oh, that's cute. How could you not recognise your face from the... You don't look much different in the posters.
I look pretty bad. Oh, I looked... No, but just every day. She'd see me every day. I looked that bad that, do you know Nikki? I am Nikki.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. You know what it's like. Actually, everyone would know you.
Well, they do. It doesn't mean they care, though. You know, I once recently, and this is true, I'd gone to Madame Tussauds a while ago in Sydney with the family, and people seriously were giving me that look like I was one of the wax statues. So it gave me the idea to actually go there and just get a microphone and just stand there and see if I could really con people into thinking I was a wax statue at Madame Tussauds. So I did, and I conned a lot of people. But the most confronting ones were the ones who walked past. And one bloke walked past and he was there with his wife and he says to his wife, "Oh, that's Hughesy." And his wife said, "Do you want a photo?" And he said, "Nah, fuck that." And it made me feel terrible. You know, so I wanted to hit him over the head with a microphone.
Oh, that's hard because you get that online where people comment on your post about something or your sketch or your whatever, and people comment like you don't exist on your own page. It's like that, but in real life, because that doesn't really ever happen in real life. Yeah,
no, it can happen. On the subject of online posts, I tell you the worst thing to do is when there's a pile on someone else that's not you, and you're enjoying it, and you scroll down with all these nasty comments about someone else. I remember I was scrolling someone's pile on, and then I probably 50 comments in before I got to this comment. The only person less funny than this guy is Dave Hughes. So I was like, I deserved that because I'd kept scrolling and I'd kept looking.
Yeah,
so,
you were looking.
Yeah,
you were looking.
I was reveling in someone else's misery, and I got a reminder that you shouldn't do that.
It's funny how that happens. Like, you always get the little sting if you relish in someone else's demise. Somehow, something happens. It does. Honestly, I do believe in instant karma because it does happen. And it happens to me. And I'll start doing it. Oh, nope. I'm not going to do it. Because I know that I'm about to, like, slam my finger in the door or ding my jag or do something for being a cunt. So I just won't do it. But
I gave up Twitter a couple of months ago when I saw Tina Arena's name trending, and I just clicked on it, and then just people saying not nice things, and I thought, this is not how I should spend my life. Just nice, just reading bad comments about nice people, knowing that it also happens to me as well. But I sort of think, no, don't do it. So no one said I was the worst singer than Tina Arena. If I had to keep going, I probably would have seen that.
No, I don't do Twitter. I can't. I've set up an account and it says I don't do Twitter.
Right to do that.
Just so
Absolutely.
They know I'm there, but I'm not there. I can't do. People are so mean on Twitter. It's just so like.
People are angry.
There's
a number of angry people, and most of them appear to be on Twitter. Basically, the angry.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yes, it's an angry mob. I prefer TikTok. Like, they're rude bastards, but at least you're watching funny videos. Like, you're watching a dog fall in a puddle. You know what I mean? But Twitter's just nasty, and they all think they're so clever and so cerebral and, watch this shut down.
Painful.
Whereas TikTok, they just write, I don't like you. And then, you don't read the comments anyway.
Please have taken the time to write, I don't like you.
I know. Thanks for taking your time out of your day to let me know. Really appreciate that. But TikTok's are you on TikTok?
I've not really. Through the radio station, the 2Day FM, or it can be heard around the country at 6 p.m. on the Hit Network, or in the mornings in Sydney. They set up a TikTok account, but I could not garner any interest from the very minor attempts at doing it. My son, who's 13, he had a TikTok account. He still got it, I think, but just he just clip up little NBA basketball videos, and he had like 30,000 followers, and I think one of his videos got over 1 million views, and it was like, what?
Good on him.
I know, but it's
Is
like
that Raph?
He got bored with it, but so it's possible.
It can go off. Yeah, it can go off really fast, and there is a bit of a trick to it as well. My son taught me, my 14-year-old, because I'd started, and I was like, and Will got on. He's like, Mum, wrong hashtags. You need FYP for you, blah, 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 blah. You need to post then. It only needs to be that long, and you need to put bold print at the top. Since I've done that, like, I've had like multiple millions of views on several posts, and then the average, like the worst video is like 50,000. It's amazing. Well, these kids, man.
I'm really impressed by that. But so, can you monetize that? Like, what is this? Can you turn that into sales, or people turning up to shows, or how does that work?
That's what I'm trying to work out with. I've monetized Facebook. Instagram, you can't. You've got to do it just through individual brands. TikTok, I know, I'll have to ask my son. But that brings me to this. So he wants a job, right? And I'm wondering, do we make him, hit the pavement, hand out CVs and try and work at a pizza shop? Or do I go, hang on, I'm going to get all, modern here, and I'll float him with money online to work with NFTs and things like that, so he can trade online, because then he could make some real
You want him to gamble. You want him to take in some money to take down the casino, and so here's $500 and come back with 1,000.
Kinda.
Well, I mean, why not?
Teach him
down to the racetrack.
But also, it's not gambling. It's like, maybe it is. Kind of is.
What is if he's trading stocks? I mean, that's gambling, isn't it?
But I saw what he did so quickly with my TikTok, and
I think get him in charge of your TikTok or something, and say, mate, or whatever, in charge of your Facebook, and say, make me some money, get him in charge of your content. Not some of it, obviously.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'll pay him a rate each week to do all of that. But there'll be some videos and things I'll have to say, all right, earmuffs, like post it, but don't listen.
Yeah.
Or don't watch.
Right.
Mind you, he's worse. You should hear the shit he goes on about with his mates online.
Of course they do.
They're corrupt little fuckers.
No doubt.
They're drivel.
Of course, he's 14.
They know way more than I do.
Well, that's disturbing in some ways. But you know what? If he can turn that into money for you, I mean, I should get my son to clip up my stand-up video clips of me slagging him off, and say, mate, here's 20 minutes of me slagging you off. Maybe I could get this is what my dad said about me, and then he can post it.
That could be a thing.
And maybe he can get all these followers saying that his dad's an arsehole. This is what he said in front of these people. And then
they'll follow you.
I can get my TikTok following out through him slagging me off. Maybe that's
because you can do you can do combined videos where if you see a video, you can do it split screen and respond to that video and post it on your page.
Maybe.
And then they can also add to their page.
Yeah.
So that's how people kind of hijack followings. Is that right, Dave? That's right, isn't it?
You sound so old.
Oh, shut up! No, what?
Stitching.
It's stitching, cross stitching. No, cross.
Well, I mean, it's
crocheting.
Well, I should pay someone, whether it's your son or Dave there or someone, to take over my online presence and turn me into an online star. I walked past a guy in the street the other day and he said, "Mate, I'm JC." I said, "Hey, JC." He said, "I've got 1.3 million TikTok followers." And I said, "Good for you. I think I've got 100." And he's a big star. And JC said to me, I'm blowing my own trumpet here, but he said to me, "I love you. You're the GOAT." And I said, "JC, how do I become you?"
Where are you going to go and pin yourself to a cross? And then...
Yeah, right. I even thought about that, JC.
And
this is JAYC,
get on TikTok.
I believe. All right, it's not that. No.
Yeah, maybe he is. Maybe that's his TikTok. Jesus Christ, doing stupid things online. Oh fuck. Oh, so yeah, you are. Everyone knows who you are, and everyone loves what you do. So you don't have to worry that much. But
what's the point of why I still worry? I'm an idiot. We all worry. We all want to be. There's always people
you worry about.
I worry about everything, but I shouldn't. I know I shouldn't. But you know.
No, but Josh Lawson put it very well. He said, well, this was more about career advancement, is that he said it's basically a high-rise building and, you get to a certain level. Say you get to level 22, you're happy for a moment, and then you know that there's people on a better level than you and you want to get up there. And that's what we do. But you're in the penthouse, so you really do need to stop worrying and do what we're doing.
We all should stop worrying. Worrying's a waste of time, whether you're, Rupert Murdoch or bloody, the guy walking down the street looking for $2 off people to get his next packet of cigarettes. It's an absolute waste of time. We're all going to be dead one day. No one gives a fuck. And relax and smile and laugh your way through your stupid life.
Says the most successful comedian who's a multi-millionaire. But that's
an attitude got me to getting laughs at all. The first time I got a laugh was on stage is when I walked on thinking, no one gives a fuck, just relax. And I did, and then people laughed. And that's the attitude that gets you through life. And you know what? It doesn't matter whether it makes you successful or not, because you're relaxed because you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's a great state to be in. Sometimes I achieve it. I always find that opportunities knock when I've shut the door. It's crazy. Yeah, I've got to go and shut all the doors.
Forget about opportunities. Don't give a fuck. Stop obsessing about bullshit. Gives a fuck.
I know. They really don't. Look at my pilot.
You've got a good amount of views on your fucking pilot.
It's all right. Just if you're listening, go and watch The Bush Blonde versus the World and get my views up. Thank you.
But also, you know what? It's out there in the world, and it might. Who knows what can happen in the future? Picasso was unappreciated during his life, wasn't he? You never know when your genius is going to be recognised.
I can't wait to be a superstar when I'm cremated out at sea. It'll be great. I'll see my ashes. Yeah, and then young girls will grab them and stick them on them for their OnlyFans account to copy them. Fuck. Oh, well, I'm cracking myself up. Have you ever said a joke that's really hit a bum note on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. All the time you say jokes that hit bum notes.
But because it's really have you ever had one where the blood's drained out of you because I've gone too far?
Not really. I mean, if they don't laugh, you just get sad. That's about it. But no, I haven't really I'm going to burn in hell because of something I said on stage.
Have you ever burned a heckler that's made them leave?
I burn hecklers and I just told you guys shut up. The other night he said that he goes, "Oh, you fucking the Mars Singer's shit." I said, "Whatever, mate." He said he'd rather get run over by a bus than watch that show. What I should have said is I can afford the bus, and I'll fucking go buy one now and find you and run you over. What he said you only do that show for the money. I said, I don't just do it for the money, mate. I do it to be on TV. It's much deeper reason to be.
I do it so I always get offered the best table when I go to restaurants.
Not necessarily, but I just do it to, I don't know why. I don't know why I do anything. Who gives a fuck? No one cares about anything.
Is that your new sign off during your ridiculous show? Because I've noticed when you do stand up, you've always kind of got your wind up. Like,
no, I know that. I say you're super pumped. You're the best crowd ever. I said that a lot because I couldn't remember the next thing I was meant to say, and I'm thinking, fuck, I probably said that too many times, but
it's better than what I say, which is, oh fuck, I forgot my joke.
Yeah, I don't. But
then they usually laugh.
Whatever I'm saying, you're the best crowd ever. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I going to say next?
I know, it's funny when you have that moment where you're like, come on. I feel like I'm relying on Xena. You know that ad for Reflex or Xerox or whatever it is? You know, and there's the receptionist who's kind of goth doing her nails, just ignoring the phone, ignoring the person who's walked in. It says, don't rely on Xena, rely on Xerox.
I don't know the ad.
I feel like...
I mean, it sounds reasonable.
Yeah, it's like Wish, isn't it? Let's cover all this again.
I don't watch it.
Anyway, I feel like I've got Xena retrieving my files.
I've got to get more fucking organised, basically, and I've just got to get more focused and,
More? How could you do any more?
Yeah, I spent most of the day fucking wasting my time, to be honest, thinking I should check the washing machine to see whether there's a load in there. I bet there will be, and I meant to fucking put it on the put it on the dryer or got to hang it out.
It's amazing how much of your day washing takes up when you decide you're going to do washing. It takes up your whole day because you're like, I've got to take the dog for. I can't because that's going to be done soon. I've got to hang it out. And then you wait till it's dry and you hang it out. Then you look at your dog and you're like, I've got to pick up the kids.
I've got a dryer that is not, well, I've got an apartment in Sydney that I stay in when I'm not with the family, and it's fucking, the dryer doesn't work. I can't work out how to use the stupid thing. It's like, I changed the lint thing and it's like, I thought that would solve the problem. I didn't want to do that, but I did that and then it's still not working. Bullshit.
I feel like I should put on tech support for you right now to try and work out your dryer. Don't ask me. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I know how they work. That's what something my husband said once. I said, I worked really hard on that. And he's like, so do washing machines. Right, so your dryer's fucked. Are you finished Masked Singer now?
Yeah, that's all recorded. So I just got to watch that go to air and promote it and, get involved there. It's a good kid show, Masked Singer, by the way. If you've got little kids, they get involved. I had my daughter's basketball game the other night, and my 11-year-old and some 7-year-old came up to me and said, you're on the Masked Singer? And I said, yes. And he said, I like that show. I said, good. I said, it's on again tonight. Go home now and watch it.
Yeah. And then you should tell him to watch The Bush Blonde versus the World as well.
Watch that as well.
If we could just convert some of those. I should do a cross stitch. What do they call it? A stitch on YouTube.
Exactly.
Steal some of your Masked
Your son to fucking
That's normally what 10 does. Normally they do that. Normally they would,
Oh, you can't rely on anyone else to do anything. No one gives a shit about your career. No one cares about mine. No one cares.
No, they really don't. And I want a yacht, and they're not going to give it to me.
Yeah, but they paid for the bloody thing to be produced, didn't they? They did something.
They did. They did, and then they went and buried it on template.
Yeah, but you got the money for that.
Yeah, I did, but I underpaid myself because I wanted to make the best product ever. Idiot. Never do that. Charge high.
Yeah, charge as much as you can, basically.
I know. See, I should have called you. I'm like, look.
Yeah, but I work for free as well sometimes, so,
Oh, no. Yeah, well,
you
are right now.
Anything gets you out of the house, basically, or in the house, whatever. Just get through your day.
I know, you got to have purpose. You do. You got to have purpose. You got to get up and have something to do, which you do all the time. you're probably a bit sick of purpose. But yeah, got to have purpose.
Well, let's get you back to the comedy clubs. When are you back in a comedy club doing stand-up in front of an audience?
Oh, I've got, I'm down in Melbourne in September. I'm trying to think which weekend. And I'm also at the Comedy Store in Sydney doing my solo shows.
Great.
So, yes.
Good.
If you're listening, book tickets, come see it live.
Yeah.
I do all sorts of things, yeah.
Get a photo afterwards with everyone, and you'll just, you'll follow their Instagram pages, you'll like them, you'll do all you can to make your fans happy.
Hey, you should come and open for me so everyone comes to see you.
Well, that doesn't guarantee everyone's going to come. Don't worry about that. So, but I'm happy to come and open for you. I love an audience, so if you can want me to open for you.
In whichever city you're at on the day.
Well, if I'm around, I'll come along, absolutely. I'll play.
That would be amazing.
I love it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, good.
Cool. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, great.
What did you want to be when you were a kid?
I wanted to be a sports star, basically. So I wanted to be a hero of some sort, whether it was cricket or Aussie rules or tennis or golf. I wanted to be a worldwide hero. But I thought about comedy from probably the age of 13, and I thought I'd be good at that. So I sort of had that comedy dream as a young teenager. So you know what? It worked out for me to a degree.
It really did.
No, I'd like to be more of a hero at comedy, but remember, we're never happy.
Well, you are a hero. You're a hero.
Thank you.
You're my hero.
I appreciate that.
And you're a hero of all the guys who, manage to bag a hot wife and then get better looking with age.
Starting from a low base, many would say. All right, so
you should. There's hope for everyone.
There's hope. Well, there's life, there's hope, and when there's not, there's peace. I imagine. So.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna wrap this up because I know you're a busy man.
I'm gonna check the washing machine, basically.
Yeah, you
Walk
do.
the stupid dogs who look at me like I'm ruining their fucking lives.
Sorry, that got me. Because my dog gives me that look as well.
Yeah, like
ruining their fucking life. That's funny. I laughed way too hard at that.
All right. Good on you, Nikki.
Okay. All right. Bye. I'll see you at my show. See ya.
I better go. Seriously, I'm going to check the washing machine. I loved it.
Bye.
Ba-da-boom, ba-da-bing. I'm obsessed. I'm thinking yes. And I'll never let you go 'cause you're the best. I'm obsessed. Forget the rest. I like you more and more and more the more I get. I'm obsessed.
Thepodspot.com.au